Baby. All right. Welcome, everybody. Episode 7.
I just had some chicken wings. So.
Chris put me at the helm tonight.
You want it to drive?
Yeah, it's going to be, this is a work in progress for me.
Take the training wheels off.
Yep, so training wheels are coming off. My old balls are going to get through this. I'm positive of that. And, yeah, we're gonna bring you our usual content. And I hope you guys enjoy it this week.
And if our background music is too loud, please let us know in chat, and we will adjust that.
Well, I mean, it could just be you're too loud sometimes.
I mean, you can also put that in there, and we can adjust that.
Yeah.
Yes, Juice, how can I help you? Now that I've started my show, Juice.
Any special guest?
We have no segment for you, Juice. You need to set up special arrangements
right,
several days in advance. Thank you.
I love when you get sassy, Grandpa. You're a sassy Grandpa.
Just repeating the same bullshit.
All right.
Welcome to Magic After Dark.
What you got for me, bub? You ready? You ready to get into who's on top?
You're doing some of the main drive here tonight, my dude.
Who's on top?
That's what she said.
That is what she said. That's the joke.
Chris, where's who's on top at? I don't see it.
Oh, it's under segment.
Ooh, here?
Yes, we're gonna have some learning again with Josh today, because he's got to learn some different segments. So you're locking it and unlocking it. That's visible. Who's on top?
That's sweet. OBS is hard, for real.
No, Josh, you're good at it. You just need reps.
Yeah, I just need the reps.
You just need the reps.
All right.
So who's on top?
on top?
And would you like to show them who's on top?
I would.
Then you're going to use the one that says Chrome plus Cam.
Oh,
and Matt Nass is on top.
Matt Nass is on top.
For the second time in, I think a month or something like that. This is his second GP win in a row or something?
No, it's 3. So it's...
Matt Nass is now
36-6.
16.
Yeah,
Oh my
36-6.
god.
So this guy's an actual fucking monster. Chris, this music is pretty.
Well, that's not how you get to it. That's not how you get to it at all.
You got it.
So you need to click on this, and you need to adjust it here.
Oh, nice.
Which about half it.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
I love Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Mozart.
This guy, man, he's loud. So, all right, let's talk about Nass, because this guy is an actual boss. He's 36-6 in the Modern Grand Prix this past Grand Prix, which was Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
I didn't go to it.
Viva!
I wasn't into it this year.
They had some cool stuff. Did you see that playmat tonight?
I actually didn't see that. There's a foil playmat.
Didn't you play across from it?
No.
Was it Chris? I don't remember. Somebody had it tonight, and it was gorgeous in person. It's a very nice. The foil Lotus playmat from GP Vegas is very nice. Back to Matt Nass. I enjoyed Matt Nass. I was always kind of surprised that he teamed with guys like LSV and Siggy and Cheon and stuff like that. Of course, I've always been surprised that they continue to team with Cheon, because while Cheon's great to have around, it doesn't seem like he necessarily brings a ton to the testing table. But Matt Nass
Why not, though?
Because Cheon, I think, is a learner as opposed to a developer.
Okay.
Or a innovator.
Okay.
As we call Chapin.
Oh, damn it.
You walked into it. But Matt Nass is a guy that looks at a deck and is like, this is good regardless of the meta right now. And it just takes a solid pilot, and we just got to figure out what needs to be in the sideboard. So he plays kind of weird decks often. KCI is definitely on that super far spectrum of weird.
Yeah. Well, eggs, it's just...
But it worked so well. He was very prepared.
Yeah, he's fucking murdering people.
Well, I hope not, because he could lose his DCI if that's the case.
All right, so if we click on his profile here, I wanted to bring up profiles because this is actually...
Ooh, it's even got the others in there. I didn't realize it was going to have Yuza as well. Martin Yuza is pretty sweet, cool.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about profiles tonight because there was a 16-year-old that made the top 8 in Las Vegas.
Which is also really impressive.
I want to show his bio. His bio actually made me laugh when I looked at it.
I hope it's enjoys
hilarious.
Math class.
No.
And
really
despises English or something.
I didn't actually tell you about that, but it's really
I'm
funny.
excited. I'm excited.
So Matt Nass is a game designer. That's cool.
Yep.
Stanford, California. Look at this guy.
He's such a goof guy.
He's got money.
I love him.
He's got old money. He's in Stanford.
Yeah, I think he does have old money, but like
10
he's
GP top
but, like,
eights.
Every interaction I've ever seen with him in a video or something like that, he's just a nice guy.
Yeah, he seems fine.
Yeah.
He says Clark Clan. KCI, it's the best deck.
It's the best.
Any card surprise you? Ooh, he played against Thopter Sword this weekend?
Hey Josh,
Yeah.
when you put us live today, did you update the Twitch information?
No,
No.
I blow.
So we got to do that real quick.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so we'll come back and we'll talk about this in just a moment. We can talk about Martin Yuza and the 16-year-old kid. So click into Twitch, and you know how we did the thing where we went to the channel, and so we're going to go into the dashboard.
Twitch.
Yeah, that's Twitch. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. We'll be right back. In fact, we're going to go back into OBS and just put up the going live thing. We'll be right back in just a moment. All right, we're back. We had technical difficulty. We have updated our episode title name, and we're back at it with more Matt Nass.
Yeah, did you see when I popped up like that when I was looking down at the screen?
It was seamless.
It probably looked like I was, maybe
Seamless.
blowing you.
Oh. We'll be right back.
Just joking. All right, so, let's talk about Nass a little bit more. Let's finish up his, what he was talking about. He said that what surprised him the most. Actually, reading through some of these, a lot of people, most of them say, oh, nothing surprised me. I'm a badass. I top-aided the GP.
They tend to, do a lot of work going into these.
Yeah, so they're just don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said Thopter Sword was cool.
Which
He
I saw a photo on Twitter of someone playing Thopter Sword, and they had Altar of the Brood. Do you remember that artifact?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a cool little addition to the deck.
You just deck somebody, right?
Yeah, and I think as soon as we get Stoneforge back, the first deck I want to put together is Thopter Sword.
Oh man, we got to talk about the bannings.
Yeah, so that's cool. I Thopter Sword is definitely up his alley. And if it became like a more solid or consistent deck with less hate in the format, he would play it for sure. I can see that.
Yep. All right, so let's go to. I want to go to the 16-year-old real quick.
Okay.
Where was that guy?
I don't know.
Oh, he's down here somewhere.
He's down.
There he is. All right, check this out.
This kid's 16?
Yeah.
This is a 21-year-old kid right here. I'm not carding this kid. Occupation, teenager.
That's what got me. I read it.
Occupation, teenager.
Yeah, what's your occupation,
My parents
dog?
pay for my PlayStation.
Yeah, he just says,
Previous Magic
teenager.
accomplishment, top 4 Grand Prix Portland. That's cool. Tron, because I had finals and playing decks other than Tron is hard without testing. What's the best card in your main deck?
Karn Father.
Karn Father. Glory be upon thee. Did any cards or decks surprise you? Surgical Extraction is good. Yeah, Brian Carey. Surgical Extraction is good.
It is good. Card's real.
The food. Yeah, Vegas food can be pretty decent. Did you wait? What does this top 8? Money. Yeah, you know what? He needs more money to support his occupation.
Which is
teenager.
He's a fucking teenager. I had to show. Not only is it cool that a 16-year-old did top GP Vegas and Modern.
I think they should have carded this kid.
Yeah, but I mean, if he goes into a casino, he's probably going to gamble, and they're not going to.
They're going to card him because my little brother probably looks a little bit older than him. Yeah, my little brother's still got his like peach fuzz, you know.
Yeah.
And every official that walked by him carded him.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one.
All right, so.
Can you see okay with the mic there?
Oh yeah. I'm
okay.
all about that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's.
We can move it here instead.
What else do we got on the agenda?
Oh, I'm sorry. There? So we were talking about the Vegas top 8.
Yeah.
Did you want to look at the actual decks?
I do.
Okay, let's look at the decks.
Boom.
Are we looking at this? This is. Oh, I guess this is.
Yeah, this is going to show us the top 8.
Oh, I see it now. So there's 2 KCI decks. They are different from each other. Urzatron, which why don't we just call it Tron? Death Shadows, Humans, Creature Toolbox, which was my deck. Splashing blue for a single card from what I saw.
Okay, let's look at it.
And Jeskai Control, and then another Tron, another KCI.
Yep.
So this is the deck that I play a lot of right now. This is Counters Company, but it's Bant Counters Company.
Yep.
It has the combo in Devoted Druid and Vizier of remedies. I almost said Vizier of many remedies, like the faces. But it has some blue that it splashes for. Oh, it's 2 cards. That's right. It's 2 cards. It has Reflector Mage, which is an awesome card, and I thought he had more than one of in the main.
No.
And a Judge's Familiar, specifically a World's Pro Qualifiers. I can't remember the exact type of promo.
Okay.
But it's really cool. It's this like this kind of like Judge's Familiar.
Yeah,
it's real cool.
Yeah.
He goes like that. It's real shiny, and it's there so that when somebody goes to like cast an instant or sorcery to remove your team or one of your key pieces, you go, sweet, cord for 1, Judge's Familiar, sack the Judge's Familiar, counter your removal spell.
Yep.
Which is cool. It's like spell scouting for 1 on a single turn.
Yeah.
This did not do well once it hit top 8, though. It got demolished.
Yeah, it just got fucking destroyed.
I can't even remember what it played. I think it played against Tron one of the times.
Yeah, how does it beat either one of these? Like, your Tron matchup's got to be real bad.
It beats Tron by just comboing straight up or completely switching into a more aggressive beater, aggro, where they can't deal with like some of your hexproofies, but he doesn't have like Thron and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It beats KCI the exact same way because KCI doesn't have a ton of interaction. It's going to have gear per ether grids and what's the spell bomb? Pyrite? Pyrite spell bomb. But if you can dodge either of those, you're fine. You have to combo against those decks, and you have to do it quickly.
Yep.
I think it was his win-in match though I saw, and the commentators are looking and they're like, well, he's got the Vizier in hand, so as long as the Devoted Druid doesn't get touched, he'll have infinite mana. Yep. But does he have a payout card? Does he have like a Chord of Calling, or maybe even
something he can go infinite with?
Right. I was like, I don't see a Duskwatch Recruiter, and so he untaps, draws a land, plays the Vizier, and then just reveals the Walking Ballista in his hand. And they're like, oh, he's got it.
That's great.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking good. So, yeah, this is a cool deck. I don't think that... If you're going to do Bant, I don't think you need to do that much Bant. Real quick, the KCI differences. Matt Nass's does...
Let's look at Matt Nass's.
So Matt Nass's is straight combo.
Don't give a fuck what anybody's
Well, I
doing.
mean, all the main KCI decks are combo. But this is combo focusing on the...
Don't some of them run Bolt?
Yeah, there's some bolts like out of the side and stuff like that. We played against one earlier on Magic Afternoon that had bolts. He's got bolts.
Nass is running.
But his is full on combo with the Mirror Retriever, Scrap Trawler, and where is it? What is it called? I can't remember. No, the Pyrite Spellbomb, because they're just gonna burn you out like that. It's just gonna do this infinite loop. Do it. The other KCI deck also has this available to them.
You want me to click on it?
Yeah.
Okay, Ela Cassis.
Yes,
but that motherfucker's he's a boss.
But this goes in a slightly different direction in that it's more focused on Emrakul the Aeon's Torn, because it's just going to make a bunch of mana and do it. It does have this Antiquities War.
What is this spice?
So this is to look for a couple of your pieces.
Hey, you know what I just did? I just almost tried to explode the picture like we were playing Moto.
Oh my god, you did the click and
I was
hold.
like, oh,
Here, close this advertisement that's showing up in our thing. Get out of here, F-150. But this is a search for a card. This is their other Ancient Stirrings in a way.
Merchant Scroll.
But this also just says, hey, deal with all the things that I'm putting on the board, or I'm just going to run you over with 5/5s. I don't need to combo. So this has the other approach. Matt Nass and his crew saw this, and they said, yeah, this deck is fine, but the Emrakul version of KCI is just with training wheels.
Okay.
Like true
just play Matt
efficient.
Nass's version.
Yeah, if you want to be hardcore and be efficient about what you're doing with KCI, you just do the Matt Nass type version. If you want to stumble into Emrakul wins, which are really cool and fun, then and are a little bit easier to not mess up or what was it called when you start storming off and then you don't get there?
Whiff. When you whiff.
Sure, when you whiff. This is easier to not whiff.
Yes, correct. So you just have your backup. If you're like, oh, okay, well then, this is your, oh, I fucked up, I missed it or whatever. Okay, I got an Emrakul, I can play him because I have 19 colorless mana.
Right. I watched this entire top 8, and Matt Nass in I think 2 of his matches, just had these games where he untapped, drew a piece, and was like, oh shit, do it, combo.
Was he just Scrap Trawler? Show them the trawler?
No. Well, kind of. There was, I think it was his first round of top 8. He started
Mirror Retriever.
He started doing the combo.
Yeah.
And then was like I'm just gonna keep doing this, so I can draw my deck kind of thing. And the guy was like, yeah, that's fine, go ahead. And I think he even said I'm gonna draw my deck and get a Pyrite Spellbomb, continue to loop that and kill you kind of thing. And he's like, yeah, go ahead, draw your deck till you get it. And so Matt Nass was picking up 4 cards at a time or something like that, and just okay, here's the Pyrite Spellbomb, here's how this works. Okay, kill you. And I don't think it was I'm trying to get you to mess up. I even think it might have been Martin Yuza. No, it was his. It was the guy he played against earlier in the event. Max Mick, maybe? He said that the Tron matchup was his worst matchup, I think.
Okay.
Anyways, no, I don't remember. I'm too tired. I think it was actually Death Shadow. Anyways, he basically was just this is how this works. Now you know. Is that good enough? And they're like, yeah, okay, we can move on. So, it does not quite work that way online, but it still seemed like it was faster than Counters Company today, didn't it? Yep. That sucked.
Tell everybody how we found out how good KCI is.
Yeah, so our round 1 for Magic Afternoon today, which you can find already on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I uploaded it earlier.
Yeah.
So you go to Mom's Basement Games on YouTube, and you can get in there, and we're going to tell you a little bit about what you want to do while you're there to win this pack of Revised. But our round 1 is against KCI, and it's the what's his name? Eli's version of it here, and the guy started comboing on us, I think in two games in a row on turn 5 or 6 or so. But we just got to sit back and chat about other stuff while he did it. So
yeah.
So that's the GP Vegas top 8. And next up on your list here, Josh, is online MTGO 5.0 decks for Modern and Legacy.
Absolutely.
To see what is happening online.
Yeah. So the one thing that we haven't been touching on too much, other than
I don't like touching.
Your mom,
Whoa.
we have not been checking. We've been doing a lot of online playing, like Chris said. We've been doing that once a week, but we have not been giving results. And I think it matters to see what's going on.
I
online.
put up results all the time, baby. They're not that good though.
You do. Yeah. So I wanted to start out with Pauper constructed leagues.
I'm just joking. I was like, you're fucking with me. I don't.
No one wants me to talk
like
about
Pauper's fun and cool, and we have a good local Pauper scene for the RIW1 and 2K.
Let's get into
but like
competitive modern constructed
I don't give a fuck
league.
about Pauper.
So these are the kind of things that we join. If you scroll down here,
I'm sorry, D Batterskull is
I thought this was cool. I wanted you to see this
D
because I know that you would really, really enjoy to see this deck.
What is the Allosaurus? That's the one that gets to basically put another land into play. Oh no, this is the fight one. That's not what I expected.
Yeah.
Pack negation summoners, prime times. This is just an amulet deck. Why is it called D-Bat? Oh, hey, is that the player name? That's the player name.
That's the player name.
Fuck.
It's all good.
I'm ashamed. All right, so this is an amulet Titan deck.
Yeah, but
cool.
There's a different spin on it. So I wanted you to see. I wanted you to see this. I wanted you to see that they're playing. So like the cool thing about looking at online meta is it's different from paper meta. You're not going to see the same exact thing. So I thought it was cool to talk about some online decks. So.
I like it. Yeah. Because you won't see
you're not
a lot of
gonna
Counters Company or Lantern Control
You're
online.
not going to see a whole lot of decks
they're hard to play
top
online.
8ing or top 16ing with Rurikthar in it.
Rurikthar, friend.
Rurikthar. So this is cool shit.
I can't remember where we were, but I was watching, I think Cody Gavin. Gavin was hucking trees at people's faces.
Yeah.
It was great with his Rurikthar.
Yep. So then we've got some other top 8s here. We've got
Scape Shift?
Yeah, just your Scape Shift.
Oh, that's leading into another segment. You're so clever.
Gosh, I'm clever.
So we got Scape Shift, we got Amulet Titan, we got land decks, basically. So you're telling me play more Blood Moon online.
Oh, play all the Blood Moon
and
online.
then we got...
Then you got the old...
This is...
Weirdness. Wow, this is weird.
This is...
oh, no, it's not.
This is good. Taxes... This is Eldrazi Taxes, but with just white.
Yeah, he's playing. See, you don't get to see cards like this when we
I
talk about the pros. They're not playing Smuggler's Copies, but you can 5-0 in a league with this.
But I hate Simeon Spirit Guide. I just hate that card.
Yeah, and Ixalan's Binding.
Is this the Torpor Orb creature? That's the Torpor Orb creature. What the hell?
Creatures, yeah.
I would love to be able to talk to Mega BJ
Mega BJ
Arky. about his deck choice.
Man, we could just talk about these names for an hour, couldn't we?
Contrapt.
In the contract.
So
we got Infect.
Infect?
That's cool.
What?
Sleight of Hands. Like, who plays Sleight of Hand in Infect? What a boss.
Yeah, it makes sense though. It's good. It just sifts you through stuff quickly. You get to the pieces that you want.
Yeah. Invisible Stalker in the side. Oof. If he says you can't kill Invisible Stalker, I'll just beat you with damage.
I guess.
Get
you can definitely do it. You got Become Immense.
All right, and then we got Lap Jazz Gin.
This is the Counters Company.
Yeah, look at you. You get us a little spotlight here.
There's a Vizier. It's got Brimaz, which I don't care for. Duskwatch. Yeah, this is...
Brimaz is good in Legacy.
See, I'm jealous because this guy went through 5 matches comboing on people.
Yes.
In some way, shape, or form. I can't pull it off in a match and a half.
And he plays a Brimaz.
So, yeah, and he's got a Brimaz. He's got 4 birds, 3 nobles, a Scooz. He's got the life gain combo. There's really nothing else. Wow, he goes really heavy. He's got 4 Duskwatch recruiters.
Yeah,
there's no Selfless Spirits or anything here. What's his sideboard? That's interesting.
Yeah. 2 Scooz, Kataki, Pride Mage, 3 Abrupt Decays, which, do you run any?
There's 1, and we put a second one in. Okay. We want to put a second one in, but we swapped it out for a Maelstrom Pulse to see how that's going to run for a while, because people were recommending try Maelstrom Pulse.
Rhetoric.
Yep.
Path. Voice,
sure.
Sin Collector.
I'm not a fan of Sin Collector, but the rest...
Core, he's fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good on this guy.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's an easy way to be like, hey, dude, teach me how to combo online.
Yep. So we've got what do we got here? So
Is this Jund?
yeah, Jund.
It's too bad it doesn't just say the archetype. It's literally just
I know.
the player's
yeah.
name.
So I mean, I'm
So-
not going to go
but
through
again,
all of these.
So we don't have to. Oh wow, there's a lot of them. But these like first 10 or whatever that we've looked at have just said to me, play more Blood Moon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
play more Blood Moon.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Oh,
So next up on your list here is upcoming events.
Yeah. So actually, before we go to upcoming events,
Okay. Yeah.
I want to look at this Legacy Challenge
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did mention Legacy. Excuse me.
because we don't talk about Legacy enough.
It's because we don't get to play it yet.
Yeah.
Although in paper, you can do it
So-
at Pandemonium
On Moto.
pretty soon.
Yeah, baby. They did a Legacy Challenge, and these happen quite a bit.
Yeah.
So ooh, Bitter Blossom. Don't you like to see that in Legacy?
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very
We
cool.
don't have a good way to deal with it, I guess.
No. So this is just your basic Grixis.
Pyro, yeah.
Grixis.
Mancer.
Grixis Delver.
Grixis Delver, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more Delver, yeah, you're right.
Yep. So that took first place. Go figure. That's
Yeah,
fucking amazing.
it's definitely one of the most powerful decks in the format.
Yeah.
I think it's just more consistent than
Second
the 4-color
place.
stuff.
Grixis Delver.
Oh, I wonder if we're seeing a trend here.
Ooh,
Jace,
no.
Lily.
Oh, we got Leovold.
This is the Leovold.
Yeah,
So this
yep.
is
Check pile.
Check. Thank you. Check pile.
Yep, check pile. So I love that this deck is so powerful and it plays him to Torok in the main. I love playing that fucking card. It's so good.
I just want to find a way to like put Leovold out a turn earlier.
Well, yeah, that's
a lot of
called
time
Deathrite Shaman. Because you just play him on two.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
feel like
the
a lot
thing
of the time
that's
you're
why
not.
Lily.
Okay, I need to rephrase then. I want to find a way to get
Get him out on
Leovold
one?
out. No, to get Leovold out faster around the removal, because you don't want to just run your Leovold out and have it immediately replace itself for
Yeah.
a card. You
Yeah.
want to get value out of the
Yeah,
damn thing.
absolutely.
So it comes out on like 4 or 5 after they've killed off a few of your
Yeah.
things.
Ooh, baby, look what we got
Elves?
here. Elves.
Elves
Come
is getting a
slide
new
into fourth
Lord
place.
soon. Elves is getting a 2-drop Lord in
Yeah.
M19.
Yep. Grixis Delver.
Yep, so that's 3 Grixis Delvers.
That is Grixis Delver.
4 Grixis Delvers.
Oh, baby.
Count them.
Grixis Delver. Oh,
Nope. This
check
is
pile.
the check pile. So 2 checks.
Yep.
Check.
And check.
Check. So 3 check, 3
So the
Grixis.
only thing that made it
I
in,
don't see miracles. You
the
know where
only
I...
thing that made it in that was anything was Elves at 4th place.
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
You know what I don't see miracles. You know where I do see miracles?
Where?
When people keep turn 2 fucking terminusing us in Modern. Sorry, Mike's here, not there, but I'm so
2.
sick of that shit.
2
weeks in a
yeah.
row.
Yep.
2 weeks.
Hey man, we got to deal with it.
What the fuck?
All right, so finally we got to talk about online. I really like how Magic actually has this. You can go to their website. I guess might as well plug Magic.
Yeah.
Wizards of the Coast.
If you
website,
haven't heard,
'cause
if you haven't heard about them,
we're nothing without these
Magic
guys.
the Gathering, Wizards of the Coast, they make some good
Yeah.
stuff. You should
Yeah,
check
yeah.
them out.
Yeah, they do. So I thought this was cool that they have deck lists, and this is all online shit.
Mm.
So if you're trying to figure out a deck to play online, you can actually go and see that. Oh, if I'm going to play Legacy, well, fuck, I'm going to be playing
Just start
either
with
check
Grixis
pile
Delver. Just start with
or Grixis Delver. Either one.
Or you could play Burn and just top deck well.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
You just play something cheap.
God, Unwind has such cool art.
All right, so let's let's move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about upcoming events.
What is upcoming?
What is up?
What is up?
So upcoming events will be number 1 is gonna be
GP Pit.
GP Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That's this weekend. That's
yeah.
days from now.
It's a Hammer 4.
Yeah, it's standard.
No, it's a Hammer 4.
Oh, okay. Hammer 4.
It's a Hammer 4.
Yeah, you got it. And if you're gonna be flying out to Singapore, awesome.
Could be.
Yeah,
Because there's
awesome.
also GP Singapore.
There is GP Singapore this weekend.
It is also
which
standard.
Yes, both are standard.
So if you're local,
If you're a local yokel.
maybe go to the GP Pittsburgh.
Yes. So southeastern Michigan, in respects to GP Pittsburgh, is about 5 hours, 5.5 hours. So if you're gonna play, if you love playing you some standard,
Yes.
get in there. And so,
What are we gonna see if you go to the GP?
thanks, Chris.
You got it, buddy.
You're just too good.
I'm
bud.
here to drive with you, buddy.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and look at what's been happening lately in standard. We've talked about this the past couple weeks with Pro Tour Dominaria that happened in Richmond, and we also talked about it in Copenhagen, GP Copenhagen, where there is a small difference. And we actually we had a local guy by the name of
I don't know his name.
I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
I can't remember his name.
We talk about this son of a bitch every week.
fucking week. Josiah Valley.
Maybe he's not gonna. Maybe he'll just won't show up for a week, and then we won't have to talk about him.
He'll just go and win an event or something, and then we'll have to talk about
and then we'll have to
him.
like put up a picture of him and just be losing our shit again.
It was really good.
That was so
Go
good.
watch
I went
last
back
week's
and-
episode.
I personally went back and watched.
I
that and
watched it
laughed
at the
my-
car
yeah,
ride home. I was like,
laughed my
that
ass
actually
off.
worked out even funnier than I thought. Anyways,
so
what are we going to see?
So Dominaria brought us Chain Whirler.
Chain Whirler. It's like this card Rampaging Ferocodon,
Was too good.
but better.
Yeah, but-
like just straight better.
Yep. So you're gonna see a lot of Chain Whirler.
Did you see the new horse, the black horse?
Yeah, the one that's supposed to combat Goblin Chain Whirler.
Combat?
Well, that owns him.
No, I don't know what horse that is. There's a cycle of 5 horses, 6
Okay.
horses maybe, because I know there's a colorless horse. The,
like this.
The black horse is, I believe, black 1 for a 2/2. When it ETBs,
That's the one I saw. Yeah, it's supposed to combat the Chain Whirler.
it doesn't combat it.
Oh, it doesn't?
It's a 2/2 with no other abilities except for its ETB, and its ETB is, I don't know if it's all other creatures or just your opponent's creatures. Get -1/-1 until end of turn.
Oh yeah, that doesn't combat that.
Doesn't combat it. It's good together if you have 6 mana. Or
Which you probably don't.
the format is just full of 1/1s. The key with Goblin Chain Whirler is not that he takes apart your opponent's little 1 toughness creatures, because that's great when it happens. The key with him is that he's a guaranteed source of damage to the opponent and to one of their planeswalkers, and then he's great on offense and defense because he has First Strike.
So he's a quadruple threat.
He is a quadruple threat.
So that's almost on the old Thragtusk level.
Always carry 2 spears.
And what was the other thing? What was the other 4-drop? The Bant one, not Bant one, but
Siege Rhino?
yeah, Siege Rhino.
Siege Rhino.
Now,
May
Chain
he rest
Whirler-
in peace.
Yeah. So like when you got a big body and a big butt,
Yeah.
when you a 4/5,
Right.
or
Like
a 5/3 and you replace yourself.
See,
This guy he's very impactful like those cards.
I think that this card
previous
immediately.
standards.
I think this card immediately becomes less oppressive if it's a 2/1 for First Strike or a 3/1 with First Strike.
Yeah.
Because then your opponent's opposing Chain Whirlers
Yeah.
wipe off the earlier Chain Whirlers that you have, kind of thing. So they just kind of trade back and forth. They old legend ruled each other, kind of
Yes.
thing. But obviously we don't have that in the design here.
No.
So basically what you're telling me from looking at this is you're going to see a lot of red, and specifically red-black, which if you are going to go to Nationals, and I think you should, even if you're not going to play in the main event, Josh, because it's in Columbus, Ohio.
correct.
It's not this weekend, it's next weekend. We're going to talk more about that later. Or next week.
Well, yeah,
I mean.
we'll talk about
Yeah.
it more next week.
Yeah.
But I'll be there. I'm going to
Allison and I are doing testings for it tomorrow, so
Yep.
hopefully we have a lot to report on. But for you, you should play the deck that we have been talking about and repping for the last month. Literally the Rakdos aggro, the black-red aggro.
This one right here.
Yep. I played
Giancarlo.
5 or 6 rounds of this and just the like getting practice ready, tournament ready kind of thing.
Yep.
And I lost 1 match. The deck just has really great top decks. It does have some nuance to it, like you need to be playing in certain conditions.
Yeah, like the abrades, cut.
Yeah, you have to like play around like getting certain top decks. Like I need a Glorybringer here, or I need him to run into this Phoenix and not have a piece of removal next turn. That kind of thing. Like you need there's certain play around. Like okay,
Is that your nickname?
play around.
Glorybringer?
Glorybringer.
He is the glory bringer.
So this deck I think would be great for you. I think this is the deck to play. You will hear other people telling you that you need to be playing blue-white or Esper or mono-green or whatever else. The deck to play or the deck to beat is Rakdos aggro. That's
we
it.
say that every fucking week.
It's true though.
It's fine. We can keep repeating
it's so true.
ourselves. We have to talk about something every week.
I want to play a list that's close to Raja Suleiman's, who won the classic.
It's Raja.
I want to play a black white mid rangey like vehicle planeswalker deck that he did and won the classic with.
Yeah.
But I think that this deck is just too oppressive even against that strategy.
Okay.
I think this is the deck that you want to be playing.
Going into Pittsburgh.
Going into your store championships this weekend. That's what's happening this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's why nobody else has anything else. It's store championship weekend. I knew there was something.
Baby.
Good night, Ryan. Love you, Ryan.
Yeah, that's great. All right, so then now that we've looked at
Don't
Pro
play
Tour Dominaria.
Don't play Esper Control.
We've looked at Pro Tour Dominaria.
Just don't.
We see that Rakdos and Red decks, they were just all over the place with a splash of Esper. We already know that. Now we look at Copenhagen. So we had very similar results. We had Red deck, we had Rakdos, but we had actually one more control deck in the top.
Yeah. Is he? He's got stuff right here.
We had one more control deck, so I think they like control more. Or maybe just somebody else did well.
Yeah, I think that if you're gonna play control, don't play Esper. Play the blue-white. It's a little bit more consistent. It's a little less punishing in that if you use the wrong piece of removal, you have a better chance of recovering. Whereas with the Esper one, if you use the wrong piece of removal or you counter the wrong spell at the wrong time, you're probably just fucked 4 turns later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we got to remember, too, we talked about this last week.
It was a much smaller
Copenhagen
GP.
was a very small, like a lot of overseas GPs are small. The one I went to in Poland like 6 months ago, that one was really fucking small, too.
What did Josiah tell us? Because he told us a story about how he asked at least 1 or 2 people about, like, is this a smaller GP or is this like a normal turnout GP?
They were like, yeah, this is normal.
Yeah, but the one of them kind of looked at him weird or something like that too. Like, how do you not know that this is the normal size?
Yeah, he was a
you
stupid
dumb American boy.
Yeah, he was. So yeah, if you want to do something in standard,
Rakdos aggro wins.
Yes, figure it out.
The red deck wins is good too, and it has like lots of just straight up nut hands. The black-red deck has more play. It has more interaction. It has more survivability.
Yep.
That gets you to your wins more consistently.
Yeah. So if you guys actually want to see us stream next week, we're going to be streaming standard.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to watch us, we're going to be playing either red deck, right?
Yeah.
We're going to be playing like Rakdos aggro, or we're going to be doing like it's one or the other. It's controller. So, I think it's going to be Rakdos aggro that we're playing.
I think Allison's going to play the Rakdos aggro deck, and I'm going to build something of a black-white knight mid-rangey deck. So we could play that one. Like I said, tomorrow I'm streaming with Allison, and I'll probably just... I don't even know if we're going to fully stream. If we do, it'll be on the Pando Streams Twitch channel. So go over there, hit follow, and catch our stuff if it goes up tomorrow. Otherwise, we might just do some like real hardcore testing.
Yeah, but... So next week, let's just plan for Rakdos aggro, because we talk about it so much. Let's just play that next week.
I agree. So, dude, wait.
Catch us on our stream next week.
This is not your buddy Francisco. Francisco.
Oh, Francisco.
Francisco. He commented on our stuff today. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up, you got that I'll be attending. Oh no, I see what you did here. Pro Tour Dominaria top 8 Copenhagen.
So hey, don't forget to tell them about. We just plugged our stream for next week.
Yeah, so you want to go into this now?
Yeah, let them know about the pack.
Okay, sure. So I mentioned earlier, and here we'll do the tradition here. We cover the other person's face. That's how this works. And we'll get in here. You can see this is a 100% awesome revised pack of Magic the Gathering, and this is a giveaway that Josh is sponsoring. In order to win this pack, you have to enter into our raffle, and our raffle series works by going to our YouTube page, which is Mom's Basement Games on YouTube. You hit subscribe to the channel, and you go into any of the videos from this week's Magic Afternoon series or last week's Magic Afternoon series. So that's this week we played the Kentucky Special, which is Mono Green Stompy.
Yes, we did.
And last week we played Counters Company. In any of those 2 video series, if you go in and you leave a comment telling us decks that you enjoy personally or decks that have just held a special place in your heart over your Magic career, and maybe a little backstory on why, because we like that stuff, and or you tell us, Dex, that you would like to see us stream for Magic Afternoon on Wednesdays, then being subscribed and leaving that type of comment, you will be entered into the raffle. On July 12th, during our Magic After Dark show, we will go through and we will have randomly selected one of the commented subscribers, and they will win this pack of Revised. And I'm fairly confident, I can't say with absolute certainty, that there is a dual
Are you shot
land.
calling?
I'm shot calling because
Don't shot
I
call.
know the box that came out of this, and we tracked every single one. Every one of them got opened in front of us.
Okay.
And including the one that that Nick Bird ate on camera, and I know that the only two dual lands, which is a low number for a revised box, to come out of that box were two Savannahs.
That's so fucking weird. That
so
two
I
Savannahs
feel
came out of that
super
box.
confident that there is a dual land of not Savannah
Dual.
in this pack.
What if it was a third Savannah?
Oh my God, that'd be
They'd
awesome.
still be happy.
So
that'd be weird as shit.
So I'm not biased, but I know that local judge Alexander Smith entered into the contest today by subscribing and leaving a comment in our YouTubes. And he said that if he opens a plateau, because I made a joke about it's just a plateau, that he would gladly tear it in half. And so if that happens,
I want to see that.
That would be actually pretty fun. So anyways, go try and win the revised pack. It's very simple. It's free to do. And you get to catch our Magic content in the future.
That's right.
So, okay.
All right, Chris. So we're gonna put some minutes on the clock. I'm
No,
just gonna
I want
scooch.
you to do it.
No.
No, I want you to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. You're not going to leave me again, are you?
No, I'm just gonna hang out over here.
Okay,
I'll
we're
let
just
you
gonna
talk. You need
switch?
breathing room. Yeah.
Okay, I don't need breathing room.
Man,
It'll be
this
fine.
is Judge's Corner. We're gonna put the stamp on the.
Oh no,
Chris,
you
man.
ruined it. You told them the segment.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. You're the best. Yeah, so we're working diligently to make the show better every week. My brother actually he made a stamp for the Judge's Corner.
Judge's Corner stamp of approval.
Oh my God, that thing is sick.
You haven't
man.
seen that yet, right?
No, you're knife handing that thing? Look at this thing. Whew. Oh, sweet! I nailed it. Look at that.
Yeah, you normally don't.
Boo, boo, boo.
Just like I nailed that.
Just like I nailed your mom.
So close, so close. Hey, that's between you and the one. Anyways, so this week on Judge's Corner, our little segment where we talk about things to help improve your Magic game or your tournament experience.
Absolutely.
This week we're going to focus on the tournament experience a little bit here.
Chris
I'm going
is
to
a
put
level 15 judge, right?
15 and a half.
Level 15 and a half.
15 and a half. We're going to put, that's why I didn't have that there.
nice.
Now I know why. Okay,
Look at us,
so
we're learning.
Boom. Put it right over your face. Okay.
You're a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit. Okay, so we got approximately 5 minutes on the clock. This week's segment is why you should and when to call a judge. It's a fairly simple idea, but it's a little bit more complicated than people give it credit.
It is. It's a little more in depth than
Okay.
what you would
so,
think.
Clock running, here we go. So when should you call a judge and why should you call a judge? Let's talk about the why you should call a judge. You should call a judge whenever you have a question. It is that simple. Anytime you are not 100% sure of things, you should call a judge. Anytime that you're like, oh, we made a small mistake, but we know how to fix it. We'll just do this little backup. That creature didn't die, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't do that. You should instead call a judge. Anytime that you believe anything slightly shifty is happening, shifty could be happening. Not that it is happening, but that it might be happening. You're just not sure. Anytime that you're not sure, yes, you did. That's right. You should call a judge. What was the other one? So whenever you feel like just something isn't quite right or you're not sure, don't hesitate.
So I thought my opponent last 2 weeks ago. I thought he drew an extra card, so I called
Right,
you over.
you had me do
while
a
we were playing on
count, and I
Wednesday.
hate doing counts. But counts are important.
Yeah.
So yeah, you thought that he had an extra card in his hand, and it definitely mattered in that matchup.
It did. He was
And
playing Storm.
and we did the math, and it turned out that it was accurate. It was fine, but it's worth double checking.
Yeah, so I felt like something was wrong. So I called
you felt like something was wrong, and you weren't sure.
Yep.
So you get a judge involved, and even if it turns out that it was nothing. Or even if it turns out that it's a simple little backup of like, oh, that wasn't supposed to die? Okay, yeah, put it back on the battlefield. Even if that's just the fix The fact is that you got the judge involved. And you want to be doing that so that the judge has a memory, that the team has a starting point for this kind of issue, this kind of error. The classic one is one that we talk about very often on this show. It's Dark Confidant. If you're like midway through a game and somebody's missing their bob triggers and stuff like that, people are like, you missed this, just go ahead and do it. Yes, that's what it's going to usually work out to do, but you should be getting a judge involved to do it because the judge is going to track that. And then in the next round, when it happens again, and then the round after that, when it happens a third time, this player has created a pattern. And if you don't call a judge, that pattern doesn't exist. I mean, it does, but no one is aware of it.
It's not tracked.
So it's not this. We don't have a starting point. So it's not that you're trying to like catch people and scum them and stuff like that. It's that you are trying to make sure that your tournament experience and your fellow Magic community, Magic players' experience is one that is ethically sound and enjoyable. Again, anytime that something has gone wrong or you're not sure of something, just call a judge. The real time that you should call a judge is extremely slight and nuanced and complicated, and that's what makes it so simple.
Yeah.
And the real point is, anytime it crosses your mind to call a judge, you just should. It's not a bad thing. It's not a you're being a dick. You're trying to scum your opponent in some way, shape, or form. It is you are doing the right thing, and the right thing is to get a judge involved because you're not sure of something, or it just crossed your mind of I would like to check with a judge. Yeah. Your opponent might be the most stand-up guy in the world, or he might be Josh Warren.
Yeah, real piece of shit.
In either situation, if you want to get a judge involved, do it. Don't hesitate. Don't, after the match, go and talk to a judge and be like, hey, if my opponent does this and this, does it work like that? And the judge is going to say, well, no, it actually works like this. Damn it! I should have called the judge. Yes, you should have. And now it's too late.
Yeah, you're tilted for the rest of the day.
Don't hesitate. Yeah. Judges are here to help. So I wanted to do this one because I knew it would be quick and I knew it would be important because people are so on edge.
You finish under time.
I'm finishing under time. I'm going to finish with at least 30 seconds on the clock. So I wanted to do this one because... Over. So I wanted to do this one again because it's such a thing that like so many players hesitate on doing, and I'm telling you, you just do not have to. Yeah. It is not a bad thing.
I mean, I don't even play competitive Magic a whole lot. I get to play at the store once a week, but yeah, I agree with you. Like, I thought something was wrong, and I was like, well, shit.
Yeah. So
I think this guy drew an extra.
So card. That's our Judge's Corner of the Week.
You're just trying to. I love the gavel.
And 30 seconds. Look at that.
You did that.
We did
it. Stop. It's unreal.
Did it.
All right, Chris. Let's make sure that we get that in. But yeah, let's move on to our budget section.
Oh, am I just sitting in the driver's seat now?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're just like, yeah, I've had my couple rounds. You can do your shit now.
Yeah, you got this.
You're starting to do really well there.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every week we try to make sure that we cover budget lists. What's going on with Saffron? What's going on with
MVP Saffron? All
yeah, the man. But yeah, we always try to keep up on budget lists because we do want to make sure that we talk to the casual people out there, and also the competitive people that like to take those casual decks and put a twist on them and make them competitive, much like the Kentucky Special, which is Bottle Green Devotion.
I love all the suggestions that we got, by the way, in the comments section for how to tweak the Kentucky Special deck.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to upgrade these decks, and people that are competitive are doing that. Like when we played Wizards a few weeks ago. So on our show, our Magic Afternoon, we're trying to alternate. We're gonna go 1 week serious, 1 week not serious, because again, we're trying to cater to both competitive and non-competitive players, casuals.
Didn't we just do 2 not serious in a row, though?
No, we did not. The week before, we played your deck.
Right.
We played Connor's Company.
Oh, that was supposed to be serious.
You just set yourself up for your own joke?
A little bit.
I like that.
A little bit.
I'm proud of you. You're
don't be proud of that. That's fucked. That's fucked up.
Yeah, so we did. So we played Wizards, and we had a guy come to the shop.
We had a couple extra.
We inspired motherfuckers.
Oh, I felt the Saffron. I understand why he does it.
Yeah, because there's so much. He's like, people are doing. They're doing Saffron.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So
we had a
but-
couple guys come to the shop
Yep.
and play Wizards after we played Wizards.
And Donovan won cash with it.
Yeah, and he
played
went
it.
3-1.
Yeah, he made cash with Wizards. He improved upon our list.
Yeah, and he was like, I can do this better. It's the same thing with, like, everybody can make our list better. Like,
Sure.
you know, it's whatever. Like, we're out there in the trenches. We're trying.
Sure. So
not slacking.
did you put me back in the driver's seat and do I not have the?
Oh, you do. Just wait
Where
for
is
it.
it?
Let Daddy finish.
I don't know where
let
I'm
Daddy
going. I'm scared.
Let Daddy finish the segment. Yeah. So we want to make sure that we're showing you guys at least some of these budget lists, so that if you don't feel like you can get into Modern, or you don't feel like you can transition into another deck,
You're wrong.
without losing your ass. Yeah, you're absolutely wrong, because you can pick up $100 competitive Modern decks. Next week, Chris and I are going to be playing like a $150 Modern deck that literally will 5-0 a competitive league.
Online prices.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but so without the fetch lands, because we talked about this after our stream this afternoon. Without the fetch lands, how much do you think the mono green Stompy deck costs?
It's about 120.
Cash.
Oh, cash?
Yeah.
It's like it just depends on how deep you go. If you're like playing like Ronus,
Give me an
it's
over and
anywhere.
under.
It's $70 to like $100.
Right, for a modern deck that is playable and improvable upon, and that's what I like about those types of decks, is like you don't have to start with the expensive part, which is usually the land base. You can slowly build into them. You don't have to start with any fetches. You can play a bunch. You can play a 4 set of Dungrove Elders and a bunch of forests.
Yes, and just forest. You can go and spend $1.50 on a couple treetop villages. and
Ooh,
you're just-
yeah. Treetop is better than we gave it credit for
yeah,
today.
absolutely.
That was
Yeah.
great. So yeah, I love those types of decks that we're pulling up, because it's like you could play this, or you could start something similar and work your way up to this, and then that, like you were saying, that transitions into other things.
Yeah. So next week, I talked to Chris about what he wanted to play for something that was casual-esque, and our three options were
First one.
mono red. Mono red hollow one.
Mono red hollow one, which we talked about, we determined is probably just, it doesn't have black because it doesn't have some pushes, some of the shocks fetches.
Yep.
And the big one was what's the modal spell that I can't think of the name of right now.
Collective Brutality.
Brutality, thank you. Collective Brutality.
Because at that point you have to play like Black Cleave Cliffs.
Yes, I forgot about
things are
those.
like
Those are
fucking
expensive.
$40 a
Yes.
pop.
So that's number one. That was our first option. Number two,
Number two was Mardu Vampires.
which got me interested.
Yeah, because like I really like, because on a casual level or semi-casual level, people enjoy playing tribal. They enjoy it. Like, people consider Fish, Terrence Vinson, people consider Fish a tier 2 tribal deck.
Yeah.
Most tribal decks, like your modern tribal decks, are going to be your Slivers, you're going to be your Merfolk.
We proved that humans. We proved that humans
got there.
Is less than Mono Green Stompy today. Go back and watch that.
Yeah, because we beat them.
Oh, we beat him hard and fast.
Yeah. So
I like the Mardu Vampires because at least once a season somebody shows up to an FNM with a Mardu Vampires deck and they dream crush a couple people, and it's really cool and funny because they're like, I have no idea what this deck is doing.
Yeah, you're like, I can't beat Gifted Aetherborn.
And I think if there's a tribe that we haven't seen break out in Modern, I think that the next big one to do it is Vampires.
Yeah, I absolutely think, because like it's a very people like vampires, just whether it be folklore or
Vampire
whatever.
Nighthawk, baby.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a beast.
He's a beast.
But yeah, and then our last
So 3
thing that we could have done was
3 glasses.
Tutelage Turbo Fog.
Which 100% fuck yes. We are going to build a Sphinx's Tutelage Turbo Fog deck.
I don't think I brought up the deck. Here, click this button right here. I don't think, because you're so excited about it right now.
Yeah, it's not in here. Where do I go?
Yeah, no, that's our next segment.
Yeah, I have no idea. I knew you didn't. That's why I was scared.
Yeah,
That's
no, but you're so excited about it.
Maybe
so
I can. Let me at least bring up Sphinx's Tutelage so that, because people are like, "What the fuck is that card?"
Yeah, the deck. So the way the deck works is it's just like what the name says. It's fucking Turbo Fog.
Ooh, I don't know where it's at.
So what it's going to do is it's going to play cards like it's blue-white. So it's going to play,
Bounce spells.
yeah,
Flogs,
a little bit of bounce spells, but you
draw
have like
spells,
Angels,
right.
Angel Song. Yeah, you have like
Angel Song. What's Angel
yeah.
Song?
God, it's an older fog.
You're not
And
talking
then it plays
about
like
the one
Holy
that like
Day.
you don't die or whatever, right?
Holy Day, no.
Okay.
No. Then it plays like One Drop Holy Day, and I think it plays like Safe Passage. But yeah, so whenever you draw a card,
There it is.
Yeah.
Fix it tutelage.
Sphinx Tutelage, yep. So whenever you draw a
off here.
card, target opponent puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. If they're both non-land cards and share a color, repeat that process.
Yep.
And then you've even got, so if you're able to like play your fog, and then you have 6 mana up because you're just sitting there just like fog pass the turn, and then you're like, okay, draw a card, fog pass the turn, draw a card, and
We're
then
gonna play cryptics, right?
I don't know. I mean, it's a budget list. Like cryptics are like $30, but we can
Online
upgrade
they're
it.
$30.
No, but
we're
they're
gonna have to look
like
at
25 in real life. So,
it. But
anyways,
you get like 2 of these out.
Yeah, you get
and
to
you
loot.
just kill somebody.
yeah, you get to loot.
It's
so,
so cool.
yeah, it's very cool. So
It's
we're just
so cool.
we're gonna mill people out online. It's gonna be great.
Jake Noel and I played this deck when it was in standard, and crap, what's his name? It's like an
really
M.
cool.
His first name is M, last name is M. He picked up this deck. His buddy was supposed to bring him a deck to a GP or an open.
Yeah.
And he forgot, and so his other buddy was like, "Here, you can play this. I play this for fun." And it was blue-red Sphinx's Tutelage.
Ooh.
And he crushed the entire event, never having played it. He didn't enjoy the deck. He doesn't like the deck. And then from then on, for the rest of the season, it was on the map, and people were playing it. And Jake played it for a little while too, and eventually I come back and was like, you don't need to play blue-red. You want to play...
Blue-white?
I think it was blue-white at the time. It just wasn't blue-red. Blue-red was fine, but like there was a more consistent version out there.
That's cool
wasn't
that this
red.
made this in standard.
Yes.
I wasn't playing Magic at this time, so I couldn't tell you that.
I'm pretty sure his first name is M and his last name is also an M. Yeah. Damn it.
All right, cool. So,
This is what we're going to play.
So,
I'm so excited to build this. The community is going to lose their shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell Korzik about this one. He's like, I'm all over it. I'm all over it, dude.
People are gonna watch this and they're gonna want to play it.
Yes.
I mean, that's what it's there for. That's why we're doing this.
We are trying to be
Yeah.
the MVP of Saffron Olivey.
Yeah, we just want to be on Team Olive. Olivey?
Ooh, Olivey.
Yeah.
I love both of those.
So another big name that's been going on right now, other than Saffron Olive, has been Wedge.
Yeah, Wedge is.
You said you wanted to talk about Wedge.
I would like to talk about Wedge for at least a moment here.
I don't really care.
Because I know it's been really big news over the weekend here because Wedge was going to Vegas to be in the GP and to like meet people and stuff like that. He's just being he's being Wedge from the Manosaurs. He's a cool dude. He's been making Magic content. I'm not the biggest fan of all of it, but there's a lot of things that he does do that I enjoy. I like when he does card comparisons and stuff like that.
So what happened? He just stroked out after like too much coke and strippers?
No, he didn't. He got to Vegas, but like even before that, he was having a lot of back pain. He had something going on. He'd been kind of experiencing it for a while, and then it got to a point where it's just like, I can't even deal with this anymore. It was like chronic at that point.
Okay.
And so they're like, okay, we got to go to the ER. We got to get this checked out. Turned out that he needed emergency back surgery. I think he had to have 2 or 3 of his vertebrae fused together, which is a serious thing for sure. Like, it's not one of those things that you have to like spend a month in the hospital for anymore.
No.
But like his was already pretty advanced, and the guy does some other stuff, but like he mostly focuses on Magic and creating Magic content and Magic community involvement and stuff like that. He does things for Magic players. He does it for a community. No other reason. He enjoys working with other people. And so he doesn't have good health insurance, or maybe didn't have health insurance at all. And out of the love of his family and friends, they said, hey, let's put a Patreon together.
Sure.
Let's go out to the management community and be like, hey, Wedge is in a rough spot. If you can afford to, donate, help him out, because his medical bills are going to be insane. And I know no one expected like the results to be crazy,
Sure,
so that it was going to pay off everything for him.
No.
But like just some of the nice messages that friends and family and pros and just other community members had like put together and were like, hey, if you can throw a buck his way.
Actually, I think I saw a pro this weekend that had donated some of his winnings.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I
That's
want to
beautiful.
say it was Matt Nass. I think I read that.
Matt Nass is so cool.
I
So
don't
if that's
know.
him, that'd be really cool. Anybody, it's really
Yeah,
cool.
it was-
I
it was
enjoy
one
Matt
though.
Nass.
Yeah, so he
But-
donated some of his winnings to Wedge's back fund.
But like, oh yeah, that's good. He should have just called it that. But like, this was not like a Wedge going out of his way to be like, hey, go tell the Magic nerds to give me money. That's not what this was. This is his friends and family saying, hey, he's in a situation. If you can help, great. If
Yeah.
you can't, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
We'll take your love and prayers. That's
Yeah.
good. And some people met that in the wrong way, and they're like, fuck this guy. Why doesn't he have insurance? Like blah blah blah.
That's true. I read some of that
And
online.
like you can feel that way and everything like that, but this guy just has a huge heart for the Magic community.
Yeah, hopefully.
So people were just trying to pay that back a little bit, and they sent him a little bit of money, and he had surgery, and he's getting back through his rehab. He's up and doing
He's
some
a woman
walking.
now.
He's a woman.
Yeah, he's a woman
He's
now.
a beautiful lady.
They fused his back together, and then they
took out
built him a
rib.
mangina. They built it for him. He's a woman.
Does he
now.
carry that around with him extra?
Yeah, it's in his.
Lucky
it's in
son
his-
of a bitch.
It's in his knapsack
Poor guy.
around his hip.
So, yeah, he's just in, like, full recovery mode right now, and there's just been an outpouring of support for him in the community, and I would like to add to that. I would like to say, hey, if you can...
Why don't you fucking donate something to him?
What do you want me to donate?
Like a can of Mountain Dew or something.
I donated that to you.
They sent this
You're
to
right,
you
I'd
'cause
never
they
grabbed
love
it.
you.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah, I know
I'll
you
do what I can. But, like, if you're able to, go check out his Patreon, his GoFundMe, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And if you enjoy Wedge's stuff and you enjoy Wedge and Magic community creators and stuff like that, then hey, that's cool. Props to you. Anyways, okay. Moving on from the solemn bullshit, because I couldn't believe that some people were giving him hell about that.
Yeah,
I was just
it
like, you gotta be
sucks, but,
fucking kidding
you know,
me.
There's monsters.
This
in
guy
every
walked
place.
into some shit, and all he does is fucking do cool
Oh.
things for people.
Let's hit there.
You want to go high-low?
Yeah.
So,
we're
what's
doing
our-
Magic Finance.
Is that the segment name? I thought we had a better
Yeah.
name. Chris Warren, we need a better name for our finance segment.
Yeah, we do.
You not putting you on the spot, but you have a week, sir.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Deadline.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Knife hand.
Yeah, maybe it's like a ticker that goes across, or like that's like Magic Finance.
And it's just fake. It's just got some arrows up and down. It's just bullshit.
Yeah. And we're just like ripping everything off of MTG Finance. We're like,
Like a,
we've collected all this data over the past week.
Oh, yes, I've been tracking my ticker, sir.
you could have like a stock ticker with like the sound coming across.
I like that. I like, this just in.
Just
the
in
bo-
financial news.
The bogies have stolen all the Black Lotuses.
Yep. All right, Chris. So we're gonna do first. We're always gonna start off the winners because if you're not first, you're last. So
Ooh, am I going to interest then, or am I just doing high-low?
No. Yeah, you're gonna go to analytics here. We should be. Oh no,
Analytics.
we're already here.
Okay, this is all
Not
time.
too good. Yeah. So
Not
we
too
want
good.
to go to Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle, which is here.
Pages.
There, there she is.
Yeah.
Bye, Chris.
All right, so click on this link right here, Christopher.
Oh, I'm actually going to it. I understand.
Yes, because we're gonna
Oh,
show the
shit.
graph. We're gonna show the graph.
Show the graph.
All right, so we've got Molten Pinnacle. It was.
It was staying steady at, I don't know, am I supposed to track that number? I don't know. At about
Yeah.
$8 to $9.
Yep.
And now it's 12.
It's
and this is
$12.
its all-time high.
So it's gonna continue to rise. Okay.
Oh, I know why.
Yeah. So
I figured it out.
Yeah,
It took
so-
me a second.
if one thing happens, well then something else is gonna happen. Isn't that like Occam's razor?
Maybe. I'm too tired for that.
Sorry.
This
Sorry
is
to-
this
sorry
is
to be serious on you.
something's law.
So yeah. So Occam's razor happened with the old Valakut. So Scape Shift.
Bum, bum, bum,
Hey, look at that.
is getting reprinted in Core 2019.
Yes, it is.
And that means that more people can get their hands on this card at a more reasonable price.
Yeah, so-
and therefore they need the valid cuts.
Yes. So
You're a genius.
So the guy,
I fucking love you.
The guy that works for me, Al.
Al.
He's a great guy.
Love it, Al.
He said to me last night. He said, "Man, they're reprinting Scape Shift. Are you pumped about that? Is that cool?" And I'm like,
It's got cool art.
I'm like, it takes a $50 card, and it brings it down. It cuts it right in half.
100%.
Yeah. So these are going to be pre-ordering at like $24 on TCG Player.
Yep.
Maybe you can even get them cheaper once it starts going. I think they're probably going to hit like between $16 and $18.
Yeah, at least for a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you do pre-orders on your site?
No, I don't do pre-orders.
Have you ever messed with that stuff?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
That's something that I want to do.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I want to try and get in for
Yeah,
M19, but we'll see.
Plug that shit. But yeah, so they reprinted Scape Shift. So I said to myself, well, what is it? Why? What does it matter? What does it matter? Why would Valakut go up? Well, Valakut's going to go up because now people that aren't, invested in your Scape Shifts can now play this deck.
This is the Goyf effect.
Yes, it is.
I opened a Tarmogoyf. Now I need 3 more Goyfs.
Yes.
I opened a Scape Shift. Now I need 3 more Scape Shifts and 4 Valakuts.
Yeah, I have to get Valakuts if I'm going to get Scape Shift or else I can't play the deck.
Oh, yeah. It totally makes sense.
Yeah, so...
I like that a lot.
So these things are, you're going to see, like, when you see reprints right away, you need to make sure you say, okay, what are they doing and why are they doing it?
Yep.
So that you could be the first person to then go,
Yep.
okay, I know how finance works. At least I know the basics of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can go and I can say, okay, the reprint in Valakut, sweet. What do I need to get
The
from
reprinting
that deck?
Valakut, I need Scape Shifts.
Yes.
Vice versa.
Yes. And
Other
it's
way
just
around.
it's just like if they reprint,
What's a good? Thopter Foundry, I need Swords of the Meek.
there you go.
Called it right back.
I like that.
I liked it.
I like it. You need both pieces of the puzzle.
Yes. So the finance and the understanding of it kind of thing, we had a special guest last week, Mr. Cody Michaels, talk
Yes.
about finance.
Yep.
And then the 3 days after that show, people flocked to him talking about duels, the reserve list, finance and stuff like that. And it was great listening to them like learn from him and stuff like that. And I've learned from him recently too. He's turned me on to some really cool Twitter personalities that do finance and stuff like that. And if I had money to play around with, seeing Scape Shift, those guys called it immediately. They're like, "Hey, go get your Valakuts real quick," because they're just gonna like double
Yep.
real quick and then like peter down.
And
And
the promo
it's 100%
version,
true.
the promo version is actually like $24, and it had been at the $12 mark, so it was very close. So yeah, you can just go back.
Ooh, I got lucky.
Yeah, we're gonna go back down and we're gonna look at Gulta. This is something that we played today on stream.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we really?
Well, we tried. Go ahead and click on Gulta. So,
Click on Gualta.
yeah, so Gulta he's actually showing a very, pretty much, he's showing a heavy increase. So what
Yeah,
was
'cause
he?
we played him
What was
today.
he in April?
In
$3.
April,
Yeah.
he was showers. No, wait, he was flowers. Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So the market was at $3. He's more than doubled.
Yep.
So he's already up to $8.
Yep.
So you're starting to see a rise in this card because, well, people are playing this fucking thing, and
Yes. I also think
and-
this card's a trap.
well, it is a trap, but don't forget that this does not just have standard implications. This has
Mono green stomping.
commander
Ooh,
implications. It also has modern implications. So
Yeah. Brawl.
brawl, whatever. It's breaching formats.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's-
when
that's
you're
a good
when you're
point.
gonna so when you're a standard card and you're gonna breach formats,
Yes.
then
Which
you're
has
gonna
been
rise up
happening
to that 8 to 9 to
Set after set after set.
yeah,
now.
just like what happened with Chandra. You were finding Chandra in Modern.
Yep.
You were finding Chandra in Legacy.
I think we've been breaching really well since Shadows. I think it really starts with like Collector Brutality, and then going forward, we've just had set after set have multiple cards impact the format.
Yeah.
Search for Ascanta, Chandra, just one after another. Juice, are you leaving?
Yeah.
Good night,
bro?
Juice.
See you guys.
Bye.
So you've got Gulta and pick that guy up. I don't think he's a trap.
I think
you should
he's a
get
little
your
bit of a
copies
trap.
at 8.
So I'm looking.
I think he's gonna double
I'm looking at this window right here.
from where he's at.
I'm looking at this window right here, and I'm thinking, okay,
You
so
ready for a dip?
a little bit of a dip, and here's why. The RPTQs for this past season was it last week, the week before?
I think it was 2
They
weeks.
were in malls of America. I don't have photos ready. Damn it. I think it was 2 weeks. But there were decks like it was team trios for standard, so you couldn't share cards.
Yeah.
So a lot of teams were like, "Well, what's our third deck
Mono
archetype?"
green.
Then mono green, and it has 4 Gultas. So people were like, "Okay, we need the Gultas, This weekend is the final weekend because you get 2 weekends with a space in between for RPTQs, and it's again it's team trios limited.
Yeah.
Or standard, sorry. So there's still people that need the Gultas, and they're looking at the results from the last RPTQ 2 weeks ago, which normally Wizards releases. So like they release like the top 8 or top 16
Yeah,
of
so
all
you're-
the decks there.
You're saying that this is a result of...
I would be saying that, but for this RPTQ season, Wizards has said they will not release those decks, but they will do so in the future again because they didn't want to do it because it impacted team trios type stuff. So they didn't want to do it. But if you were friends with a TO or you knew a guy, you got the insider information of what did well and stuff like that. Which is another reason that I think Galta's going up is because the mono green decks did well.
Okay, good.
So, okay.
So back us up out of there, and then the last card that we're going to look at is Copy Artifact. So I try to
this is
I try
an
to
all-time
do
high? Damn.
Yeah, I try to do like at least in this segment for financials, I try to do something that's in Legacy, something that's in Commander,
are so clever.
Something that's in Standard. Copy Artifact is not in Legacy, unfortunately, but Copy Artifact is a reserve list card.
Yep.
And this card, I've talked to a lot of people about this card for the past probably year, and they say, man, these things are just they're not easy to get. They're disappearing, and
Especially not nice.
well, they're a commander card. Yeah, you don't find nice ones of this.
Yeah.
They're a commander card. They go in most decks. It's just like the Phyrexian guy from the 3-drop.
Oh, the one
Phyrexian
that
mana.
becomes other things?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Yeah, whatever that guy's called. But this is like play Soul Ring on 2. Like if you're able to go like a pedal,
Yeah.
a mana, if you're able to have extra fast mana or like a mana crypt.
Yeah, this is
then
an
you can just-
auto
yeah, you
include
just-
in
yeah.
the blue ones.
Yes,
the
if you're playing
commander
blue,
decks. Yeah.
you're playing this card.
So
hands down.
This is the
So-
serious one for the week.
Click on
Then
that.
it's if you don't have Copy Artifact, you like Commander in any way, shape, or form, go get Copy Artifacts.
Yes, because this is much like what Grim Monolith did. Grim Monolith, it did a spike, and then it did a major spike again. Mm-hmm. So people were like, "Oh man, I remember when Grim Monolith was $25, and I had 4 copies of it, and then it shot up to 50, and then I traded some of my copies because I didn't think it'd go up higher than that." Well, yeah, it fucking doubled again.
Yeah.
This thing's at $40 right now. This card can just continue to double because there's so few copies out there of Copy Artifact. But if you're in the market for this card and you haven't picked it up yet, don't wait and say, "Oh, well, the card's going to come back down," because it's not looking good for that. My guess is it's going to do what Grim Monolith did, and it's going to spike again, or it's just going to level off, and then it's going to spike again a year from now.
Yeah. This isn't coming back down, folks. Go get it. Play them, get them, you get your hands on them, and then when you find some crazy guy that in the future is willing to pay $120 for it, sell it to him. Do what you got to do. Huh, interesting.
All right, so let's move on to our losers, because these were our 3 winners. Let's move on to our losers. So you're gonna scroll down a little bit, and you're gonna go to Seedborn Muse. We talked about this guy, I believe, last week or 2 weeks ago.
I think it would have been 2 or 3 because it's from the Battle Bond.
Yeah, from the Battle Bond stuff.
Bonds of Battle.
So Seedborn Muse is down to a somber $8. Yeah, it's getting pretty crushed.
Yep.
This card was a 20, 25,
Yeah.
20, even might have tapped out at 30.
I mean, I don't know what this is saying.
Yeah, this is just going to show us our Battle Bond.
This seems a little. Oh, that's right. This is just
Yeah,
about. I was
so-
like, this is not accurate.
No. So previous, this card was always at least a cash $20 bill.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. So
This is another commander always include.
yes. So again, if you need multiple copies of this card, pick it up now. This is something that is gonna come back. It's gonna go down. And it's gonna bounce back up. It's gonna rubber band.
Yeah, this is not necessarily your reserve list type thing,
No.
though, but it is definitely one of
Now,
those.
so a lot of the losers you're gonna see, all 3 of my losers are reprints.
Phyrexian Metamorph. Yes, thank you. That was the card we were trying to think of.
Yeah,
Phyrexian Metamorph. Okay,
Yeah,
continue.
Beautiful. So Crucible of Worlds.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So again, like a lot of your losers, if you're using this site, a lot of your users are gonna be
If you're a user,
gonna be
you're
a
a
user.
loser.
I just fucking shit. Yeah, so they're gonna be reprints. So Crucible of Worlds is at it's gonna pre-order for $34.
Yeah, probably. It could even get to 30 before we get to launch.
Yeah.
But I finally get to get my foil of this. This is a. I remember going to Gibraltar Trade Center. Have you ever been to Gibraltar Trade Center? Because it doesn't exist no more. But I remember going to Gibraltar Trade Center with my older brother.
It's called the Dirt Mall.
For card shows. It's a dirt lot now.
Mall.
It's got like some new. But anyways, and picking through like binders and stuff like that, and expecting to see this because like this card didn't do anything, but I wanted it for the art. And I remember asking one of the vendors, I'm like, I can't find Crucible of Worlds anywhere, and they're like, yeah, that's a $60 card. Like nobody has them. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Why is it the one card that I want for the art?
Yep.
People want this card's bad.
So
It's not bad.
No, the card's great, but like again, this is like having in most commander decks, this is like having a Soul Ring.
Yep.
It's an auto include. It's like having Copy Artifact
all your fetches.
or Phyrexian Metamorph. Yeah, you're gonna be able to fetch out of if you don't have any card draw. Hopefully, you're gonna be able to fetch out.
See, this was the time, and I think we all go through this as Magic players. I thought this card was bad but beautiful. Back when I thought fetch lands were bad. Oh, you getting your drink?
Yeah.
And if any of you say that like what you thought fetch lands were bad, yeah, everybody does that.
Yeah.
Because they're like, why would I want to pay life? That's stupid.
Why would I want to pay $15 for a land?
That's stupid. That's so dumb.
Yeah. So again, I mean, I'll say it again. Crucible of Worlds, pick the fucking card up, please, because it's not gonna stay at $30 or $20.
It's your doubling season.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
is that the third card?
No,
of course not.
Nice. No, the third card is something that we already talked about.
Oh, I have to do it from here though, right?
Scape Shift.
Sure.
Scape Shift.
So when we're looking at high lows or all-time high lows or whatever, it's specifically looking at just that printing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's saying that the M19 one is at an all-time low?
Well, it's just saying the card in general. Mm-hmm. This card is at an all-time low right now.
Yeah.
Just the name Scape Shift.
Right.
It doesn't care about what copy it is. Okay. It just cares. It says, okay, the word Scape Shift. It enters it in and it says, "Wow, it's 22. You can get Scape Shift for $22.95. It's down 160%."
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Get the
Yeah,
Euro
we talked about it before. With the reprint, with the price of Valakut spiking. Pick Scape Shift up if you want to play the deck. I don't personally like the deck.
Not a fan.
Yeah, Chris doesn't like the deck. There's not a whole lot of people.
If you like James Hall, then you probably like this deck.
Yeah, James Hall's a local.
Shit, I like James Hall.
Yeah, James Hall's a local guy. He's he'll 4-0 or 5-0 a lot of the events around here.
Feed the puppies, James.
Yeah, with his Valakut deck, so it's good. We like to see that.
Tree of Perdition.
Yeah. Oh, now you got lost. In
I started looking at things.
You're like, what cards are down?
I love this card.
What cards are down?
All right. Anyways,
yeah.
Whoa.
So our next segment is our favorite segment of the show.
Yes, but before we go into that segment, I would like to, because the Time Vault just caught my eye.
Oh, sure.
If you have not done it already, go to the Magic the Gathering Twitch channel, go into their archives, and watch the beta draft that happened at GP Vegas. GP Vegas. Because
rad.
that was so cool. It was so exciting. I'm not going to tell you what cards, but there were awesome cards opened. Mm-hmm. I didn't watch much of the play, but I know LSV got a sweet combo going in beta. Like, it was just really freaking awesome. People were second picking islands.
Really?
Yes. Because islands are like, what, $10, $12 or something like that from beta?
No, they're like
What's
35,
a beta?
45.
No.
Yeah,
a beta island?
You have to look it up. I know it. I'm
this
telling
is
you.
fucking crazy.
Yeah. Beta islands, so like they have A, B, and C for the
I knew I was going to be able to
look
look
arts.
What is Time Vault? No, I can get there. I know how to manipulate this system, baby. So I'm going to go into here, and people can follow along. Now I click on the set. Islands, 20 fucking 5,
25,
and 21.
Now this is your baby right
25
here.
again.
Wow. Yeah, but let's see. Oh, okay. You get near mint copies.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a bunch of damage and shit like that.
$35, whatever. 25. It's similar.
But go watch that coverage because it was really exciting. Everybody's sitting around. They all have like the white like collector's gloves on.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, and they have a judge because they're doing a Rochester draft. So they open the whole pack and display it for everybody, and then you go in like pick order and you pick a card so everyone sees what's in the pack kind of thing. And so one by one, he's flipping over these cards, these ancient fucking really cool cards and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I think that they didn't even get past the first pick, and the judges or whoever the TO was like, if you guys don't want to wear your white gloves, you don't have to. And they're like, oh fuck, get these, get that out of here.
That's cool.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Yeah, moving on to our favorite segment, baby.
You
know what it is?
I know what it is. It is called the local yokels of the Argyle tribe. So
the Argyle tribe.
Yeah, Jake Smith. That's for you, Jake. Local yokels, baby. So what is local yokels?
It's pretty awesome because we get to talk about Michigan for a few minutes. We get to talk about what's going on here in Michigan, locally to us, actually across the state, but we kind of tend to focus because, that's what we know. We focus on our area.
Yeah.
And results like people that we know. We can talk about what decks they played, but it's mainly all over Michigan.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This is the spotlight.
Yep.
So do you want to go into that first?
Yeah, so this is the first thing that we wanted to talk about. Our own local Aaron
Miyake.
Aaron Miyake.
You done did it now, Aaron.
He placed pretty decently at this BC Comics and Games out in Howell, Michigan.
Not what I want to do.
We talk about them quite a bit. They do a lot of events, and so he was playing in their Legacy event, which is a 5,000 guarantee cash, correct?
Cash prize pool.
Cash money.
Which now that I think about it, never mind. But I'm not 100% sure if Aaron just top forward this. I think that he got to top 4, and that's where they did a restructure, and they agreed they do it. And then I think they continued to play for the invite spots, because I think the invites were first and second.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that Aaron won that match, and he got his invite at this event. I think Artie got his a couple weeks ago, like to a month ago, and now Aaron's made it. Because I think he got second overall in this event, which is fantastic. Congratulations, Mr. Aaron Miyake. Good job.
Yep.
Stop beating yourself up playing hopscotch.
Yeah.
That's how he fucked up his foot or something like that. He's playing like hopscotch.
Yeah.
But this was a cool event. This is big time. We don't get a lot of legacy, especially good legacy.
Yeah, BC does. They're pretty, I wouldn't say heavily focused on legacy, but their legacy scene has stayed pretty steady for the past, I would say, 6 years, even when I used to go play there. They have a big legacy scene. They have guys that come out of there that are making, topping GPs in legacy. Right. So.
And from what we were told, this one ran exceptionally smooth. It was very enjoyable. They're in the new space, which is nice. Again, still got to make a trip up there and see it. But
I'll stop in there.
What's that?
I'll stop in there.
Yeah, you should. You should check out the new store. But props to them. Congratulations on running a smooth event. I know that is not always an easy thing, and sometimes it's taken for granted. So I appreciate your hard work, even though I wasn't there. I know that my players enjoyed it, so therefore I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah. So yeah, that was really cool. Am I going to the next one?
Oh, well, you want to talk about your PPTQ schedule.
You want me to talk about my PP?
PP.
TQ. Yeah. So,
there's nothing going on this weekend.
There's nothing. There is at least one, if memory serves, and we'll go down and we'll look at just a moment.
All right.
But we couldn't remember why, and it was because I was tired. I knew there was a reason why, and we figured it out just a little bit ago. This weekend, there's not a lot of PPTQs because this weekend is Store Championship weekend. And that's because you can schedule your Store Championships Monday through Sunday of this upcoming week. Most stores just do them on the weekend, so it's usually just Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
When they originally were like, hey, we're going to change game day, we're going to make it Store Championship, here's what it's going to be.
Tell me about that.
They got a lot of pushback because they said it's only on the weekend, and it's going to be the weekend of New Year's Eve. And we were like, we don't want to do that on New Year's Eve. We want to close early and go out. And they're like, okay, we'll give you the whole week. And then they told us, oh, by the way, it's not like game day where you can do 2 events. It's just one. And we're like, oh, fuck. Well, then we'll just do it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So, thanks. And they've just continued giving us this week-long window. Whatever. So, people don't want to put their PPTQs this weekend, for the most part, because they're going to already be running some type of store event for standard, and that is the store championship.
Check.
Which, if you can get it, I don't know if you can. I'm going to scroll down here. Can you get that playmat? That's under your computer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The physical playmat, not like to pull it off.
I was like, oh, you want me to pull up a playmat?
Yeah, here we'll go back to the main screen here for a second. So the PPTQ, not the PPTQ, the standard showdowns this weekend have some cool prizes. They have the new demon in full art. It's a 4-drop sacrifice creature, get a 6/6 flying trampler. Flampling, I think is what it is. Flample? I don't Flample.
Flampling's a really funny word.
Flampling. So is your comment earlier of rage trampling.
Yeah, rage trampling. Flampling.
Everybody gets one of those while supplies last. Advanced Plus gets the most. I think you get 32. Top 8 get a cool deck box with the new green Planeswalker. You said her name earlier. Do you remember her name?
Ooh.
Her name is the new hotness, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that.
She's cool. And then the winner gets this dope baby bolus playmat. And he's a baby bolus because if you look, he doesn't have his normal sphere. This little gem that appears between his horns.
Oh, I see his dragon dick is smaller.
Oh, he's a little Pete. So he hasn't gotten his Dragon Ball yet.
Old man joke.
But look at this thing. This thing is gorgeous. It's so cool.
It is.
This is
It's
the
very
winner's
cool.
playmat this time around, and I'm excited. Players are really excited about it. So like getting a PPTQ this weekend, skip it. Go get this mat. Because, like, if anything, when you
I don't know about that.
No, because when you go to your
cool, but it's
local
not that cool.
PPTQ or RPTQ or even a GP, your day 2 GP, and you pull this mat out against somebody, they're going to shit themselves.
There's so many
because they're
champion
playing
mats.
against a fucking champion. No, you don't understand. It's scary playing against somebody with this mat.
I fucking hate
It's
you right
fucking
now.
terrifying. Give me this. I'll just put it over here.
Good.
Can't trust you with these things.
All
You
right.
don't take them seriously enough. Okay.
I'm undeserving.
But there is one PPTQ in our local yokels for
Area.
Michigan here this week, and that is at Comic Relief, which is in Flint, Michigan.
Flint Town.
Which we had one in Flint last week at Gamer Sanctuary, and
Yeah.
heard that went pretty quick, pretty smooth.
Can I do the same joke again this week?
Yes.
Don't drink the water while you're there.
Don't drink the water while you're in Flint.
I mean,
It's bad.
I had to do it again.
Bad
It's-
ideas.
It's too good. So
Please be there.
when I lived in
knew
Fenton,
it.
oh no, this place, it's hard for the workers that work here to breathe.
I mean, they did their December one.
Dude.
Did they do their January one? No, they didn't do their
I don't know
early
who's
season
at this
one.
place now. Like,
Damn
just
it.
look at the building.
It's a little shop.
My garage is bigger than that.
Dude, you have a good sized garage.
I got a pretty good. Yeah.
Why isn't it Mom's garage?
Mom's Garage Games?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're probably right.
Sounds more like Fight Club than your current name.
No, but so I mean, look at that AC unit.
Yeah, I do see that AC
All right,
unit.
so I'm not gonna bash these guys too hard.
Dude, this
But-
image is so tiny.
Yeah.
Man, that's frustrating. God
So,
damn it.
No, don't worry about it. So when I used to live out in Fenton, I traveled to this store a few times.
Well, they look like fun
and
people.
yeah, they're okay. It's
that's
just
cool.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's very Flint. Let's just put it that way. It's very Flint. It's
don't
grimy.
know Flint. Oh,
It's
it's like
grimy.
my judgling, Brie Clark.
Yeah, So, if you're gonna go out there, you could have some of the Fenton guys showing up. You could have some of the southeastern guys showing up from like the Garden City area.
Are the
RIW.
Howl guys gonna go out here?
That's really funny that you thought that
What?
that this was like their store.
Yeah, this is a convention area.
Yeah,
I'm realizing
it's
that because I was going to
literal
ask you. I was like, dude, so they don't focus on anything else, right? It's just comics. But I'm realizing that this is
no, it's
this
comics,
is at a convention
it's comics
area.
And magic. Yeah.
Oh, that's this girl's going for something else, and she's just got creepy. I feel a little bit bad for saying that, but it's true. Somebody needs to tell her.
Yeah. All right, so
Photo of the
Comic
fucking
Relief. You're
store.
not going to see any photos.
That's so frustrating.
Go to
It's
Comic Relief this
sad.
weekend. It's standard, right?
If you don't want
It's
this,
got to be standard.
it might be
it's
sealed.
standard.
I can't remember. I got it right here. It's standard.
Yeah,
if you
standard.
don't want to win this awesome playmat at my event in Garden City, Michigan, go crush this thing and have a weekend. I don't know these guys, and I'm not trying to talk crap on them, but I'm sad and I'm frustrated for them.
Yeah,
that
they don't put up their information.
they don't put up the information
Yeah. Scroll all the way
and
back
that
up to
this
the
is
top.
what they got.
Yeah, just scroll up all the way back to the top.
Okay,
so
let me do like this.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's very Flint, so it's very small. You're gonna get the play area is inside of these. It's inside these two. Pretty much, there's not much depth to the store. So if you're
It
looking
ends right at the edge of this photo. You kind of
so,
said?
so
I
if
thought
you're
it was going
looking,
to go down further.
if you're looking for like a comfortable place to play this weekend, or you're like, oh, I want to go, hit up this PPTQ. This place is real small, also.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, I did
So,
not
I'm not
realize
sure.
that. That's one car, and you put
Yeah.
an. Oh man,
I'm not sure how many people they're gonna fit in this place.
I don't know either. They might have a cap. Let's just okay. So I don't know. I'm not saying that this is going to be. Oops, sorry. Oh, my bad again. I'm not going to say that this is going to be relevant information, but let's look at their last PPTQ that they have posted and see if they had a cap on that. Before it was standard, which is $35. Advanced entry was $25. So at the door, they were charging an extra $10. Questions, prize based on attendance, minimum 100 credit, or winner of tourneys fight. No.
If the tournament fires with 8 people.
No, I'm not charging $35 and hoping to get 8 people, and then saying
Yeah.
there's a no.
Well, like I said, man. So
that's frustrating.
Yeah. So if you're,
I got to spend some time. I got to reach out to these guys because
Yeah.
I know they can do better.
yeah, absolutely.
Damn. That's
So, if you're wanting to go and check something out this weekend, that's what you got to do.
This is probably
You gotta
one.
go to
This is
Comic
probably
Relief
one
out
that's
Flint.
worth. Go try and spike it because you get like my buddy Nathan Keene, who went out to Coldwater, which I enjoyed going to Coldwater. They had a small shop, but it was nice.
Yeah.
And they had Randy Tice, who's a fucking really fun, awesome L2 judge. But he got there, and I think they bought another guy in by getting him a challenger deck. So they had like 7 people, and they're just like, oh, we're gonna get this guy in. Arco's saying that it's too long of a drive. Your brother's giving us that stamp of approval. Anyways. So if you want a PPTQ this weekend, you want to play your competitive Magic, and you want your invite, you have to have your invite, which I understand.
Yes.
Go do it. Otherwise, come here. I have a $10. I'm not even sure. I think it's just
$10?
my store championships are usually $10 because I run them a lot like my competitive Thursday
Yeah.
nights. So
Yeah, don't forget to plug yourself.
don't look at my draft events. I don't want those are secret right now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
That's fine.
They're not for the public. So my store championship at Pandemonium Games and Hobbies in Garden City, $10 entry, has a cash prize. We're guaranteed to have plenty of people. You're gonna get the promos and all that stuff. See, that's the other thing is like I didn't even see Comic Games offering their store championship event either today or tomorrow.
Oh, they're. I'm telling you, man. Like the width of their store is 2.5 vehicles wide.
I understand if
So-
if you don't have the manpower to put into it and stuff like that, but like I'm gonna try and find some time to talk to these guys and see what
that's
I
good,
can
man.
help them improve
Yeah,
upon.
absolutely. Just send them out
So
a tweet.
that's it for So that's it for local yokels this
Yeah.
week. That was quick.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, like, there's just not much going on in Michigan this week. I know. Baby Dragon Balls. I know.
Oh shit! I'm not even pointing.
I see him. The baby bolus.
It's Baby Bulls. He fell from the sky.
He did.
No, he legitimately fell out of the sky.
I know. I know the story. I don't know the story.
Do you know the story of the whale and the pot of plants?
No.
The pot of plants was confused and said, "Oh, not this again."
Damn.
Hitchhikers, baby. Anyways, so that's us. I think we're spent.
Yeah, don't forget to follow us on Twitter.
Hit follow on Twitter so you can get our notifications. You can catch Magic Afternoon.
Yep.
Pay attention for Pando streams tomorrow because I might be running some standard with Miss Allison Chambers to prepare for nationals.
Yeah.
Go and apply for the raffle by going to our YouTube page. Go to Mom's Basement Games on YouTube. Hit subscribe. Find our last 2 Magic Afternoon series videos of Counters Company and or
Kentucky Special.
Kentucky Special.
Mono Green Devotion.
Mono Green Stomp Devotion. And leave us a comment. Tell us what decks you enjoy or you'd like to see played.
Yep.
And you're entered for the raffle. We will pull on July 12th. There's a dual land in that pack. Those ain't cheap.
I hope so.
Just win a pack of
I hope
revised.
so, yeah.
We will ship it to you.
Yeah, we will.
I wonder, like, we should on the 12th, we should say, hey, you've won this pack. contact that person, whatever. And then after that, if they're like, oh, sweet, why don't you guys open it on camera?
Yeah, I'd be excited.
That'd
to
be
do that.
awesome. I would
I'm gonna
do
get
that.
my white gloves out.
And I'm not going to wear any
Okay, that's
because
fine.
I don't wear gloves.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week. Hopefully, Magic Afternoon at 1:30 p.m. And that night, Wednesday night or Thursday morning, whatever it is to you, we're here at 1:30.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
for Magic After Dark.
Yep.
All right, guys.
He's Josh. I'm Chris. Good night.
See you guys.